Hey, what's up? It's 411 Uncut. We got very special guest with us today, Young Yoda.
You know who it is, man. Y-O motherfucking apostrophe D-A. Yes, Lord.
What's up with the homie, man?
Man, what's happening? What's happening, my people, man? That 411 Uncut, man. I'm in great spirits, man. I'm happy, man. I'm excited to be here, man.
For sure. I'm so glad to have you here. I feel like this is overdue, but I feel like this is the right time. It came at the most perfect time to have you on 411 Uncut because you are on go mode.
Yes,
Like,
Lord.
you kicked off 2022 with a bang. You really ended 2021 with a bang. And before we really get into all that, first things first, let the people know what part of Cincinnati, Ohio are you from?
All right, so first off, look, we coming in like this. I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio, right? I'm one of them type niggas, man. I'm loved everywhere, but I'm representing, man, standing on 4200 block North Side, Valleyway, Avondale, love out through there, some love uptown, man. I'm like a renegade, man. I'm just a real nigga in the streets, man.
For sure.
So, you know, that's what it is, man. 4200, man, to the valley, man, to uptown, man. It is what it is.
Man, so you been around the city as a whole.
Yes,
It ain't just, you can't just play in one part. It's
Yeah,
like, look.
I can't do it. I feel like I've been adopted by certain areas in the city. I done put work in. I done laid my landmark. Certain niggas know me. Certain niggas know how I'm stepping. You know what I'm saying? So,
No,
you
for
know.
sure. Yeah, no, that makes sense. So, what school did you go to, though?
I went to Northwest High School for like, I went to high school for like 2 years. But they put me out of high school, so I went to like alternative school. So it was like a life skills. I dropped out like 11th grade year, so I only really went to high school for 2 real years. You know what I'm saying?
Man, so with that, when you were in school, did you know you always want to do music? Like, what kind of ended up inspiring you to get into this rap shit?
All right, man, look. All right, look, I'm going to go all the way back. So back in the day, I always thought I was Master P. I thought I was the whole No Limit. You know, we do the whole dress up. One of your niggas might think he Master P, or I might think I'm Silk, so I always thought I was P. You know what I mean? Like, they was always my biggest inspiration, man. I just love showing up. But when I got to high school, I already had a buzz. Like, I was on all the flyers, team parties. I was signed to Blackjack, so my 9th grade freshman year was moving. So it was just crazy in high school. I knew I was going to be a star.
Man, and I know, like, coming up under Blackjack, I mean, let's be clear, back when you were in high school, even when I was in high school, Blackjack was the shit.
He was it.
Yeah, like,
he was it. And I love to say this, though, man. One thing I will say, I give credit where it's due. The things people doing now, Blackjack was so ahead of his time, man. But he didn't understand that and know that. Like, dude was doing millions already. He was already flexing with 20, 50,000 in videos, wearing jewelry. The shit people doing now. So I say he was very ahead of his time, man. You know. It was a great experience working with Blackjack, though. That's the homie, though.
So how did you even get into a situation where you was linked up with him?
My big brother from Kennedy Heights. Like, I'm kind of like from Kennedy Heights, but I don't claim it. I was a baby when I was out there. My grandma been across from Northdale my whole life, so just in cahoots with all the, I know the whole Kennedy Heights are real. So it was just like I was rapping, big bro reached out, and it was one of them situations we put it together. You know.
So you've been around the teen party scene for a long time, been around. So what ended up leading you to move to Vegas? Because I know you ended up moving to Vegas for a while, and you lived out there for how long?
I was in Vegas for 2 years. I did 1 year in LA.
So what made you end up leaving Cincinnati when you had, you know, the buzz with Blackjack and teen parties? What happened to make you transition to the West Coast?
I caught a little case, man. I did like almost 2 years, like 18 months, some shit like that. I went to the joint. And
Here
you know,
in Ohio?
Yeah, in Ohio. I just knew I was going down the wrong path. I was playing Russian roulette with my life. Like, so I had a plan. I caught my case, got locked up, got out on bond, stayed out, had like a 3-month stay, 2-month stay, laid it down, did my time. Was in Cincinnati for 2 weeks. That was all she wrote. Went right to Cali, and that was that. You know what I'm saying? And everything really started moving from when I made it to Cali, and then the Vegas door opened. You know what I'm saying?
What was it like living in Vegas?
It was amazing. So much motivation, so many opportunities, people so different, you know what I'm saying? Like the transition, like just really being on your own and really getting to know self, you know what I'm saying? That's when I really got to know who Yoda was as a person, or my real name, Jamie. I don't mind saying my real name, you know what I'm saying? So I really learned who I was as a person, and then as an artist as well. It was different though. Being on your own, thousands of miles away from home, it's different. Like, you know, they say the healthiest way to change is the healthiest way to survive. And it was the best change I could ever make with my life.
No, for sure. And I feel like when you were in Vegas, that's when I end up kind of tapping into you. You were one of the artists that you reached out. You was like, hey, I'm from Cincinnati, but I'm living in Vegas at the time.
Definitely.
I'm shooting videos. You were in the studio all the way out there and being consistent. And you end up hitting me up. And you was like, hey, I want your help with this video. So you never stopped doing music in between that time.
It's always been so much love with you from day one. That's why I always give you my flowers. Like what you do for the city, I always tell you I love it. I couldn't say it too many more times. I know you're probably tired of hearing it because I say it so much to you, but it just like, I don't know, like when I really tapped in, like I really studied the game. I studied the market. I see what was moving on in the city. I was gone for some time. So I'm out here, but my city still matters. My backyard still matters.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was gone, so I wanted to reinvent myself. And I seen you had a lot of great things going on. You do a lot of great things for the artist. So I'm like, yeah, I want to do business with her, you know. And it's been crazy love ever since, and we've been growing crazy.
Nah, for sure. So, like, shortly after that, I seen you come back to the city. What made you decide to be like, you know what, the West Coast, I love it, but I'm going back home to Cincinnati, Ohio. What made you want to take the transition back home?
Actually, to be quite honest with you, quite frankly, I kind of really got in some trouble. But it wasn't nothing major like that, but it was one of them situations, like, I'm going to be real, because, you know, I want to bring the people into my world. I was homeless. I was sleeping in the car. I was trying to live out my dreams still, you know what I'm saying? It was hard. You know, I broke down. I was to the end of me, I felt like, you know what I'm saying? So it was just one of them situations like, let me hit the reset button for a second. Let me get it back right. So when I came back, got my feet back wet, so now I just played the back and forth game. So it's like 2 weeks home, 2 weeks out of town, you know?
For sure. Well, you say like living in Vegas, it's hard because there's so much to do, the lifestyle, the gambling, the partying. Can you get sucked into that?
Yeah, you'll lose everything out there. I did. I was one of them, you know? I got a real sickness of gambling or something I just recently got over. Like, the nightlife will tear your life down out there, like bad. Like if you ain't got a grip on life, it will. And it did it to me. Not once, not twice, but so on.
Wow.
You know.
Wow. So, I mean, it got to be a lot to be able to even admit that, to say, look, I had an issue. So what have you been doing moving forward to kind of help, like, not let gambling take over everything for you?
The music just really my addiction. Like, it's just like, once I really seen how much money I was losing, and you know, I got this on paper. I got proof of this. Like, when I seen I lost like 98,000 in 6 months, that's when I knew, like, I'm on crack almost. So I had to really, like, you know what? Enough's enough. I got shot. I said, you know what? I'm done with this shit. I can't do it. I can't do it no more. So all them dollars I'm losing, let's dump it into my career. And that's my new addiction. That's my gamble, my music.
Nah, for sure.